We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Cleveland. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Now it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Browns at 3 and 10 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 50, it's Watson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Browns defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, he'll take that every single time.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Ritter. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, some strong running. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
No time now.
Watson off play action. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by London. And he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check pink. Switch yellow. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Fighting through. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Ritter back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Browns, nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ritter will set up to throw it. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 19 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. After the interception, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The York on now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Ritter now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, confused.
Back to throw, Ritter. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Hines now on the return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Robinson up the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ritter to throw it. That is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up the Browns first down as they get this out past the 35-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Now Chubb running right. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here now, third and a yard. Here's Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Troy Anderson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This second and 4. Robinson with another carry. And a scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter from the gun on third down. That one deep for London. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready. Yellow, 1.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Faking the give. Now Watson. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He finds Corey Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ritter from the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Ritter. Throw left side. There's London. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Ritter. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's 1st and goal. Now Watson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
15-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Watson. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Ritter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Here's Ritter. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Ooh, the juke. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Ritter wants to throw it. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here we go, 1st and goal. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. Ritter. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel